So the next thing is descriptive statistics. So we are going to be using a descriptive statistics to know uh the minimum income, annual income of the customers, the highest um income of the customers, the highest purchase amount throughout their time with us. I mean, the highest lowest loyalty score or the lowest loyalty score, to know uh the highest income of the customers, the middle income, and the lowest income of the customer. So to know how to categorize them. And descriptive statistic is like categorizing data, is describing your data. So with numbers, combine numbers with text. The text is like, okay, the customer name, maybe we have customer name or customer ID, you get. So we can count and say, okay, we have these total customers, we have this the customers that has the highest income, the lowest income, the customer that purchased the most, the least purchasing customer, and maybe the middle purchasing customer. So the one that frequent, maybe their frequency the highest, the one that frequents the stuff mostly, the one that didn't frequent mostly, the one in the middle, you get. So we are going to be doing that right now. So first thing we want to do is, let's convert this data to table. Most times we can analyze our data like this, right? We can say, okay, want to find the lowest, okay, let's say customer with the lowest income, okay, or lowest income of customers. Okay, let's do highest income of customers, uh the middle income of customers, right? So to find the lowest income, lowest of something, you use minimum, right? We know that 75 is the highest and 30,000 is the lowest, but we want to group it into two. We want to see high income earner and low income earner, right? So we'll be saying 45 is below is the low income earner and 45 above is the low income earner, right? So we say equals to, if, so if my high income earner, my annual income, which is C2 to C 239, right, is, don't put the is, you can just put a space. So is 45, is 45 and above. So is equals to, greater than, or equals to, greater than, equals to. So you are saying greater than, equal to, greater than, equals to $45,000. Oh, 45,000, right? Okay. If so, this logical test is just telling Excel to like find anything that is above 45,000, that is 45,000 and above 45,000. So if you did not include this 45,000, so it will only give you anything above 45,000. To give you maybe 45.1, 45.6, 45.10, 45 point anything. But if you put equals to give you 45,000 it will include the 45,000 in your logical test. So you want it to give you this if value is true. So if it's greater than or equal to 45,000, please, Excel, this is quotation mark. Put it in a quote. If it's text, right? If it's number, you can just write it out. So if it's text, please, if it's 45,000, please give me I income earner. So I income earner, right? So, and if this value is false, so if it's lower than 45,000, whether it's 45.1, 45.2 thousand, 45.3, you guess, please just give me, put this in a, after your comma, put this in a quotation mark also, low income earner, right? Yeah. So now close your brackets and say okay, enter. Oh my think, why did I have I think I've put this in a very very bad place. Let me put in, okay, Control X, Control V. Let me do, okay. So now let's look at our data. If our data is correct, we have 45 as our income earner, so let's filter this. Let's filter this customer income group. So let's make this meaningful. Let's make it bold. So let's filter this and see what we've got in here. So we have two groups, right? So we want to filter for low income earner in here, and look at that. So look at, we even have 44,000. So anything that is below 45 is filtered as low income earner. So we clear all filter and let's go back. So we are going to be using the ifs function. We're going to be using the ifs function. So let's copy this, Control X, and put it in here as descriptive statistics. Oh, so let's say descriptive stats. So now we are good, right? So we are going to be using our ifs function. So customer group 2, ifs function. So ifs is basically putting all, like a lot of logical function in a same bracket. Like you want to group into 3-4 places. So let's try this out. So let's say equals to ifs, it has s at the back. The logical test one you want to do is, I want to say if it's equals to or lower than 35, if it's equal to or lower than 40, low income. So if my annual income if my annual income is greater than or equals to, no, let's say lower than or equals to, lower than or equals to 40, right? I want you to give me, I want you to give me low income. Low income. I made a mistake here, right? I'm supposed to put it in this quotation mark. I'm supposed to put quote in it, right? Because it is a text. So I'm going to say comma, comma, comma. Logical test 2 is if. Our logical test 2 is, instead of putting if, we just put like, oh, if my this C2 again, if C2, right, is greater than our C, let me say C2 239 is also greater than, or is if it's greater than 40, is if it's no, if it's greater than or equals to 41, if it's greater than or equals to 41,000. So this is thousand. Remind me, 40,000. Oh, that's 400,000. So 41,000. So we know that something after 40 is 41, right? So if it equals to greater than 40, 41, right? 41,000. So if it's okay, yeah, let's put equals to, less than, let's say less than. So we don't want it to include 40,000, right? But here we want it to include 40,000, because we might have 40.50, 40 point something. So we don't want it to include 40,000 here. So anything that is lower than 40 to give us, it will give us low income. So anything that is higher than 40,000 and equals to 40,000 to give us medium income earner, right? So we're going to say medium income. Medium income. Okay, put it in quotes. Then we say comma. Our third logic. What is our third logic? Our third logic is that anything that is greater than, so let's say greater than equals to 40,000. So medium, let's just say medium income, or let's just say instead of 40, let's use let's use lower than. So using your logical function is really tricky, so you need to be calculative about what we use. We already know that this stopped at 40,000, like let's say 39 point something, right? So let's just say this is greater than or less than or equals to 50. Let's say less than or equals to 50, right? Equals to 50,000. So anything that is less than equals to 50 to 40,000 to give us medium income. So anything, so we have something that is higher than 50 right now, right? So let's say less than 50,000. Yeah. So instead of equals to, we don't want it to include the 50. So now we are going to say our C. Let's copy this. Our C. So we have logical test 1, we have logical test 2, and yes, there's supposed to be comma in here. So if this is greater than less than 50, we have comma, we have we have comma here too. Then here we are saying if this is greater than or equal to 50,000, now greater than equals to 50,000, right? It's greater than or equals to 50,000. Now we want it to give us the logical test number 3, which is high income. Income. So put it in this and close the brackets. So put it in quotation mark and close the brackets. Now look at this. This is our first logical functions. In the ifs, instead of writing if, we can just write it like this. Then okay. So let's see what we've got here. Let's see what we've got in here. Let's see what we've got here. So let's go here and filter it. Let's say filter. So let's see our low income. So our low income is less than 30, for less than 35, right? What we did earlier. Let's clear all filter. So we say low income is less than 40,000 and medium income is less than 500,000, right? And we have high income as equals to or greater than 50,000, right? So this and this are different. So this doesn't include 50,000. So let's go in here and see and look at our high income and medium income. Let's see our high income. So it includes 50,000. You see, equals to greater than 50. It includes 50,000. But right here, it's not going to include the 50,000. Look at it. This starts 49,000. So anything that is, we said anything that is below 50 should give us medium, right? So this is what it did for us exactly. So we are going to clear our filter and go back to our analysis. So there are a lot of things you can do with this thing. You can say, okay, I want to know which customer earn the highest, the high income earner and low income earner. You can visualize, you can do a lot of stuffs in here. So that is just that.